AMD's GPUs are getting faster, monitors are getting faster, and Valve still has to go through with its antitrust lawsuit. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're going to be going over the hottest tech news that I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast. And we're going to start off today with a driver update that might be of concern to a lot of the AMD people out there if they happen to be running on regular cards and have been maybe disappointed with the DX11 performance on their cards, because in the latest driver preview that's come out from AMD, they're seeing up to 17 to 24% improvement in games on DX11. This has been tested and verified by third-party places like CapFrameX, who shows that Crysis Remastered is up to 24% faster. But on top of that, there were also major improvements in games like Total War Saga Troy, Far Cry 5, Apex Legends, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and Valorant, all seeing performance uplifts. Regardless, it does look like this new driver might actually help AMD cards perform better at DX11 games. And while the industry is mostly shifting to DX12, it actually is still good for a lot of games that are still out there, and could just mean that because of a driver update, your games now run faster. And this might even mean the benchmarks that are coming out from the latest AMD release of the X50 XT GPUs that just came out might be obsolete because of these new drivers. It has to be re-verified because of all of that. Currently, it is only a software preview driver. In case you want to do that, you have to go to a very specific page over on AMD's website. It's not broadly available at this point, but it does look like it's bringing performance uplift in DX11 games. So that seems to be good news. Free FPS for the people who want it. On top of that, AMD also bringing out Radeon Super Resolution 1.1 Sharpen Effect Slider on the latest version of Adrenaline. So getting feature improvements with that. And in yesterday's episode of Hot News, we talked about how AMD is going to be rolling out FSR 2.0 this coming tomorrow on Deathloop, with many more games still to come. So an exciting time for AMD GPUs, a decent launch of the 6950 XT, kind of going toe-to-toe with the 3090 Ti. Performance uplift in DX11, Radeon Super Resolution, FSR 2.0. It does appear to be a pretty good time if you're a dedicated AMD GPU gamer. Let me know if there's any DX11 games that you play that you want to see a performance uplift from this driver. I want to hear from you down below in the comments. But customers of TSMC are starting to hear from them, and they're not too happy because it turns out that TSMC is saying that they're going to raise their prices in 2023. According to the reports, it's going to be between 5 and 8%. A lot of this due to the fact that TSMC can charge whatever they want because everybody goes to them, as well as just supply constraints that are continuing to happen from the COVID ramifications that have happened. This isn't the same as the price increase that they had back in August, which was 20%, but it's still a significant upcharge. TSMC giving their customers a little bit of a headroom so that they can make alternative plans, but it does look like chips are going to get more expensive, and that might end up getting passed on to the end consumer like you and me, and we might have to pay more for the things that are out there, like phones and GPUs. But you might want to spend all of that money on a GPU in case you want to drive these brand new displays that are coming out from AU Optronics. They're teasing a new 1080p 480 hertz panel. Currently 360 hertz is kind of the top of the line when it comes to gaming panels right now, but AU Optronics putting out this teaser of not only that, but also a 1440p ultra wide that can run at 200 hertz and has HDR 1000, but also showing off that they have a whole bunch of cool monitor technology that they're going to come out with, which should allow us to have much better game smoothness. I personally don't really need anything above 144 hertz, but let me know. 480 hertz, is that good for you? I want to hear from you. But while the frames are getting fast on the AU Optronics monitors, crypto is going slow. Let's get into the Cryptostonks. Bitcoin down 6.4% to drop below $30,000 for the first time in a very long time at $560 billion in market cap. Looks like the last time that this was under $30,000 was just about July of last year, and a year ago it was about double this at $56,000. So crypto experiencing a little bit of a tough time at the moment. Ethereum down even a little bit more at 10.5% loss to be at 2108, under $250 billion market cap. Dogecoin down 25 roughly percent to be at 8.3 cents, and in the meme stonks department, GameStop down 13.69%. The crypto crash isn't necessarily tied to what's going on in the broader economic markets right now, the S&P 500 is only down 1.5%, the Dow Jones is down 0.88, and the Nasdaq's down 3.3. Still a loss, but not the massive 10% loss that we're seeing in the crypto market right now. But in case you're looking for large losses when it comes to PC products, we got you with UFD Deals. Reece bringing the hottest tech deals out on the internet. The Ryzen 5 5600G, solid sale over on Amazon right now for only $179. That is 31% off of the list price. A pretty good deal for a 6-core 12-thread GPU in case you're looking to build like a $500 only APU system. Solid choice right there. In case you want some fans, the Dark Flash INF8 120mm ARGB 3-pack is currently only going for $17 right now, which is 58% off. Get your fans if you want them. And Tesla maybe should have installed a few of those fans on their most recent cars because they're having to recall 130,000 of their new vehicles, software recall, due to an overheating setup that's going on with the Ryzen APUs that are in these cars. In case you're not familiar, AMD and Tesla teamed up to put Ryzen APUs in their latest vehicles, starting with the refresh of the Model S and the Model X, and that trickled on down to the 3 and Ys that came out in 2022. Regardless, what's happening is that the cooling system that's in these cars, when the battery is getting ready to supercharge or it's hot out, it's diverting all of its cooling to the batteries themselves, which is preferred, but it's pulling that away from the APU, which is causing the APUs to thermal throttle. It's being fixed with a software update, which will allow them to actually properly cool the APUs as well. And this only affects the Ryzen models, not the ones that are on the Intel Atom processors. But in case you want to get on the Tensor processor for your phone, Google at their I/O event announcing the Pixel 6a coming out for $450 this coming July. It's going to have a lot of the same feature sets that are currently in the Pixel 6, including the Tensor processor that's solely developed by Google. It's going to be dropping on July 28th with pre-orders opening up on July 21st. It's going to have a 1080p 60Hz display, so a decent entry-level phone. The Pixel 7 and 7 Pro also getting debuted at Google I/O, with Google showing off a slightly tweaked design from the Pixel 6. Them also announcing that it's going to have a next-gen Tensor chipset. Not a huge update when it comes to this one, probably just a nice little tick to the previous talk that was happening, but The Verge saying that the most important thing is that there's no kinda coral option, so you cannot get your Pixel 7 in pink, at least according to the pictures that Google put out right now. Definitely the most important thing. And if you're a streamer, one of the many important things is having a community that can support you, not just one person to themselves, but also gifting out subscriptions to others. Twitch has had this feature for a while, and YouTube now announcing that they're going to be rolling that out in a limited rollout right now, but you're going to be able to gift paid channel subscriptions to other people on your favorite streamers or your favorite YouTuber setups in case you want to help support the YouTuber, but you already have a membership and you want to gift one to somebody else. Again, something that Twitch has had for a while. It's good to see that YouTube is rolling it out, and it can help develop the creator economy on that side. But what might hurt Valve's economy is the fact that a Seattle judge has now ruled that an antitrust class action lawsuit can proceed against them. Essentially, what's happening in this lawsuit is game developers are coming against Valve saying that they have antitrust practices because they are not allowed to price their games cheaper on other game stores like Epic Games, regardless of whatever the cut is on those different platforms. Epic Games known for only taking a 12% cut as opposed to Valve's 30% cut, which could allow game developers to get the same amount of profit but have the game cheaper on different platforms. Valve obviously not wanting this because that would likely mean that gamers would switch to the other platform where they can get the game cheaper, even if it benefits the devs just as much. And instead of Valve changing their practice of having 30%, they just make the game devs sign a contract that says, hey, you can't charge less than what you charge over on Steam. Valve tried to put an injunction against this lawsuit. The judge decided that it can move forward, and we'll keep you updated on the progress of that lawsuit as it moves forward. And I'm not going to be moving forward with this episode of Hot News anymore. I'll see you back here tomorrow for more fresh tech news, my friends.